Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. So the reason I made this video today is because I just kind of want to show you guys how easy, or at least how easy I think DayZ is to survive now here in 2025. We've got, oh look at that shotgun. We've got the experimental 1.27 on experimental live at the moment for testing. Just want to see what changes are coming, but I kind of still want to go back to talking about 1.26 and how I find that's affected the game the most. And all the patches we've had in a long time, I feel like it's had quite an impact on the game as far as the survival side of things go, and crafting and all of that, you know. But the further we get into the video, the more you probably hopefully understand. So first of all, this is an official server, so I have no control over anything that happens here, whether it's running into players or day and night cycle of the game. But yeah, so the first thing, I'm going to show you how easy it is. So first thing I want to do, and this is just crafting, by the way. I'm not picking up any knives. I'm not going to pick up any food I find. I'm just going to craft my way there to be able to sustain myself and survive through crafting and living more or less off the land. So depending on how this goes, I mean, let's say we could run into some players and make things a little more difficult for us, but that's always nice to find some bandages. Take that. I just want to find as many items of clothing as I can. I also want to find tools. A wrench, pipe wrench, crowbar, hammer, sledgehammer, tenderizer, pickaxe, any of that I do. I can just give you an example of how easy I think things have gotten now that we can craft our own fishing hooks. But I'm doing this on Livonia as well. Livonia personally for me is one of my favourite maps. I really do enjoy it. I don't know why, I just have always enjoyed it, so. Yep, no tools there. So yeah, more or less just after tools and clothes. One of my favourite times to be playing DayZ during a storm. Heavy rain, thunderstorms, I don't know. Just always enjoyed it. Here we go, it's a hammer. First tool. Now we just need to find a few more items of clothing and we're pretty much ready to go. There we go, another one. I find the wrench is the better one to take, it's a lot smaller. Right, once I take that, swap that. I'd say we've probably got enough items of clothing now. Probably. Not definitely, but probably. I just want to grab one more item of clothing. So yeah, what I like to do is come down to the river. And get as many rags as you can get, so as many items of clothing as you can get, more or less. And I've been running a lot. I'm also light blue. That does make a big difference in this game. And then what we're going to do, very much put that there. The first one I need to find is a rock, which, there we go. I think there's some over the other side of the river. I'll make this as hard as I can, just so you guys can see how easy it is to survive. Now I'm soaking wet. The chance I get sick, it doesn't matter. All will be revealed. So you can find small stones on these paths all over the map. You can find them on the railways, but we don't care about that right now. We don't want that. See, them rocks over there? That's where we're going. And as soon as we've got the hammer, we use the hammer. We're going to come up to these rocks, hammer in hand. You just want to look at the rocks, and you can gather large stones. But this is why I like the wrench, because it gives you the small stones, so you haven't got to worry about breaking up large stones. What I normally do, I tend to get 2 small stones, which we can use to make 2 small knives, because the durability on them isn't very good, so they don't last very long. But this is practically an unlimited supply of stones, really, regardless of the tool you choose. So, stone in hand, look at the rock, and you can craft yourself a stone knife. Just like that. See? So, I'm going to do the same with the second one. There we go. So I'm not going to bother taking that hammer, I don't particularly want it. The next thing we want to do is grab 2 long sticks. Now you can do this with a knife if you like, less chance of cutting your actual hands, but for the sake of the video, I'm not too bothered about that. So we've got our 2 sticks, chuck one on my back, put one in my hands, and then I'm going to drag my, you could break these up with your hands, I'll show you again. There's a new animation coming for this in 1.27 as well, which is actually pretty cool. It's nice to see the devs are still working hard to improve the game. Alright, now we've broken those up into 3 small sticks. We're then going to drag one of our knives over the sticks and craft 2 pristine wooden fishing hooks, or improvised fishing hooks. And just like that, we now have the ability to fish, almost. Next thing we want to do, with knife in hand, is drag all those cloves to the knife. Cut them down into rags. We're trying to get at least 12 rags here. 14 would be better, and I'll show you why if we manage to get to 14. Otherwise it doesn't really matter too much. Looks like we're going to get there no problem. Not too bothered about my food and my water going down, as you'll see why very soon. And get rid of that. So how many did we get? So I want to combine the worn. Okay, yeah, we got plenty. So next thing you want to do, put the rags in hand, stack of 6, and then combine another stack of 6, craft a rope. That's 12 rags in total, 2 stacks of 6. Combine them together, we'll craft you a rope. And why do we want the rope? Well, I'm going to show you. So we put them up, keep them sticks with us for now. I'm going to take the long stick, put it in your hand, or the rope, doesn't matter which way around you do it, and then combine the rope with the stick to craft an improvised fishing rod. And there we go. We now have a fishing rod. You can drag one of your wooden fishing hooks over to your rod, and there you go. What I like to do here is stick that on my hotbar for now. Another thing you want to do afterwards, put a small stone to hand and look down to the dirt and dig up a couple of worms, which will help more or less increase your chance of catching a fish. But there's one other item we need, which this only way to get is, unless you get lucky enough to find one, is fish up a cooking pot, and I'll show you why once we have one. Okay, so we have our 2 worms. You just want to stack them up. You can see you can stack them into 2 stacks of 5. Well, 2 stacks of 5. Sorry, you can stack them into a single stack of 5. Place them in our inventory. Now we're not going to bother putting a worm on this hook yet, and the reason being is because I tend to find not having a worm on the hook makes it a little harder to catch fish, but a little easier to catch cooking pot. See that? Look at that there. Small stones appeared. So let's hope there's no evil bugger around here to try killing us while we try and fish up this cooking pot. Okay, well, we got fish from that one. I'm not going to grumble, but we would like a cooking pot. Now, it's not essential, the cooking pot. It's obviously optional, but I believe the cooking pot just makes the game so much easier to get a good start with. Kind of improves your chances of surviving longer, getting further into the map. You know, it's, in my opinion, a tool like the wrench, crowbar, wrench, preferably wrench because it takes up only a few slots in your inventory. So I'd go with a wrench, a cooking pot, and a rope. They're the 3 most essential items in the game. Okay, we didn't get a cooking pot that time. Now, it's not a guarantee you're going to get a cooking pot, but again, I'm also fishing without a worm here. I'm not having any trouble catching these fish. I do believe it has a lot to do with the time of day as well and how easy it is to catch fish. And unless I'm mistaken, I think it's easy to catch fish early morning and late evening, late afternoon, one of the two. I'm no fisherman, so I don't really have a clue, but let me know in the comments if Dev's got that right. You believe they've got it right? Again, another fish. So you can normally catch about 4 fish, or fish up 4 items, a combination of items and fish with one wooden hook. That has about 4 uses from pristine. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to speed this next part up for you. Hoping we do get a cooking pot. And then, yeah, we'll continue on with the video from there. Here we go. Finally got the fishing rod. That took us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attempts. It isn't too bad, really. So what we're going to do, we're going to put the fish in the cooking pot. Put the cooking pot in our hand, and you're going to take the cooking pot and look at the water. And then you're going to fill up the cooking pot. And from this moment onwards, you're never going to have to worry about water or really food again. So, alright, now we've got that, on with the next step. If you hang around long enough, these paths, stones spawn everywhere. Look at them, there's one there, there's one there, there's one over there, there's loads over there. But you don't have to worry about food. But yeah, let's get on with the next part now. So we're going to find ourselves somewhere a little away from the town, just to get a fire going. Tell you what, this will do, just here. So I'm going to drop the cooking pot, bring my knife out, I'm going to break this bush up, get as many sticks as I can get. There we go, we've got 3 long sticks, that's quite perfect. I'm going to break them down, I'm going to break all but one down. And this last one, I'm going to sharpen it. So don't use your scroll wheel here, just sharpen, hold. Okay. So the fishing rod, we're pretty much done with the fishing rod now, so we can break the fishing rod down. Not with that knife, we can't. We'll break the fishing rod down, get our rope back. There we have it. So we've got a rope. Put these fish first. We don't need them. That there. I know my inventory's a mess, but honestly, don't worry about it. Not how I normally roll. What we're going to do here, I'm going to combine this stick. Pop that out. Combine this stick with some short sticks. So 1 long stick. It should take 2 short sticks. I'm going to craft a cooking stand. Actually, we'll get back to that in a sec. What we're going to do first, actually, we're going to make a fire. So let's get my stone knife back out. Using the stone knife on the tree, you can grab 2 pieces of bark. One we use for kindling, the other one we use to make a hand drill kit, which we can use to light the fire. Okay, so that's the stick's damp, so we're not going to be able to do it with that stick. So we're going to combine that bark. As you can see, using the scroll down wheel, we can select hand drill kit, fireplace. We want the hand drill kit. There we go. So we've now got hand drill kit. Just make sure you're not standing over the bark, but stand back a little and then drag the bark to the hand drill kit in your hand and then hold it down, lift the mouse button to ignite it. And it's that simple. You've just made a fire. Then you want to drag some of these sticks down into the fire, keep it going. Now the reason I sharpen this stick, and I'll show you, and one other thing. So there's extra rags. What you want to do, as we have no gloves, so if we're going to cut and skin the fish, quarter the fish, we're going to end up getting bloody hands, which means we're not going to be able to eat until we've washed our hands. You want to drag bandage to your hands, and first option should be craft improvised hand wrappings. Hold and the left mouse button until the cycle's finished, and you will have made yourself some hand wraps. Meaning you won't get bloody hands from cutting the fish. They're damaged, but it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take them out the cooking pot and we're going to place them into our... No, we won't even place them on our hand. Put your knife into your hand and drag the fish to the knife. Cut the fish and quarter them. Going to need some more sticks for this next part. Right, so Find a bush. Can I get one? No. Just over there, look. Just need some short sticks. Don't worry about your food and your water going down either. Got the fire going now, so we're good. Take these 2 small sticks. First thing I'm going to do is just drop them on the floor because we don't actually need them right now. I'm going to pick up the stick that I just sharpened. I'm going to place 1 piece of fish on the stick, and I'm going to look at the fire and I can roast the fish. Now, as you can see, it takes a long time. Okay, not close enough. But as you can see, it takes a long time. Look how slowly that's going up, and you don't want to sit here cooking all of your fish like this because it just takes forever. So what you want to do is put the fish into the cooking pot, and now what this is going to do, we've got water in the pot as well. I'm going to drag the cooking pot down onto the fire. Oh no, we're not. I've missed a step. So take the long stick to hand, drag your small sticks to the long stick, craft a cooking stand, and then you want to drag the cooking stand to the fire. Down there, tripod goes, and then you want to drag the cooking pot to the tripod. And what that's going to do, it's going to cook the fish for us. So 4 fish at a time. So it's a lot more efficient than cooking 1 at a time. Takes less time. And also, the bonus is, the cooking pot is also full of water. So essentially, what the fire is doing to the water, it's purifying it for us. Sterilising the water, making it drinkable. And that's it. I'm flashing red food. I'm almost flashing red on my water. I'm down to half health, but I've now got more or less on a limited supply of food and clean water. It's all about being prepared, preparing yourself for as many situations as you can in DayZ. So in DayZ 1.27 update that we're going to be receiving in the future, you're going to want to use firewood rather than sticks for a longer fire. We just take them out. And just place in 4 more, like so. And there you go. We have 4 ready to eat fish. They're a little hot, so you have to wait until the red turns to orange. So you don't want to eat them when they're hot because it just makes your health go down. It doesn't take too long for the food and the water to cool down normally. I did a little test where I held 1 food in my hand, 1 fish on the hand. Sorry. I did a little test. I was holding a fish in my hand, I had a fish in my inventory, and I had a fish on the floor. And they all cooled down pretty much around about the same time. Or in fact, almost exactly around the same time. So, you see it's 100% water remaining at the moment. I suppose while we're waiting, we could just dry out our clothes. We did get them wet through that little swim earlier. Mind you, us being wet is probably what's keeping us cool right now. Now, one thing you'll notice with the fish though, there isn't a lot on the fish. See that less than half, 41%, 44%, 38%, 41%. If we was to fish with an actual fishing rod and a proper hook, we'd actually get a lot more on there. But overall, it doesn't really matter. It's just a case of catching a couple more fish. You just have to look at it as every 2 fish you catch is 1 fish. You can't always be super efficient, but and there you go. Look, fish is ready to eat. That should slightly increase our hydration as well because we've boiled the food. But yeah, that's it. It's as easy as that. And now all those stats will start to go up, and we're free to head south. All depending on what map you're playing, of course. Generous, Livonia, pretty much the same thing, with the exception of Sakal. Sakal's slightly different because you can't purify the water like this. You need chelating or chelating tablets. I'm never sure how to pronounce it. I mean, a lot of people say it's chelating, which makes no sense to me because chalk is chalk, not kilk. I'm making an idiot of myself, but you get my point. Chelating. So, okay, so now the cooking pot's done, we can take that off of there. Chuck that in there, take these fish. Yeah, and essentially we're done here. We've got everything we need. Free to go roaming now. Now, the other thing is you can pour the water out. If you're not desperate for water, you can pour the water out and you can actually bake the fish, which gives you more calories. But by boiling the fish, you're actually gaining more water. It's always nice to have a couple of boiled fish ready in case you need, obviously, hydration. But all in all, 4, 5, 6 fish, you're full. Nothing to worry about. But yeah, and that's more or less all there is to it. A couple of goats down there. Want to go hunting? Yeah, at this point you're more or less free to just go on with your day now. Run, survive, hunt. Let me know what you guys think. How do you normally tend to try and survive? We're not trying to interact with players and PvP. What's your go-to way to thrive? Also, if you guys find that video helpful, it'd be pretty awesome if you could smash the like button. Always appreciated. And it does help get more eyes on the video. And if you haven't already, pretty cool if you guys could subscribe. We're at 76 subscribers as of the recording of this video. Pushing for our first 100. I have 98 subscribers over on Twitch, which is more or less where I started. But I just found YouTube more suited to myself and things I like to do. YouTube kind of delivers what I need for that. Yeah, our goal is to try and get to our first 100 subscribers on YouTube, hopefully before Twitch also. As I say, we're 2 off of Twitch, so 2 to make 100. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Do you find DayZ too easy? Think it's balanced just right? Wow. Now we're looking groovy.